How it goes, family? Welcome back to Larry's Anything Goes. Hopefully, you guys having a great and exceptional day. Alrighty, so it is Tuesday. I'm in rant mode before I get ready to shut my evening down. So I'm in rant mode. So I always say I have these rants because of certain things I might see on social media specifically. And the things that I've been seeing specifically is, so one thing is, one amazing quote was this woman says that it's amazing how my kids don't know that I'm broke all the time. And I responded, I said, well, it's because you're like my mother. You do such a great job of providing that your kids don't even realize how bad you're struggling. So kudos to the mothers and fathers and anybody who's raising children, especially in today's economy, as expensive as things are. Kudos to them that are making those moves, doing a great thing to make sure that we have a good, productive society. That's number one. Number two, that goes into what another thing that I want to talk about. I say this now, and I continuously say this. We are in the time now where having oopsie babies need to be a thing of the past. And if you do, make sure it's only one, not 1,000. If you did in the past, it's different, but I'm talking about 2024 moving forward. Now, you probably said, Larry, why are you talking about this moving forward? I said, because America's a great country. I'm not saying nothing anti-American, anti-corporate. I'm not saying anything anti-nothing, except anti-stupidity. You know, we're in a time now where we know that the cost of housing is not going to go down. We know that the job market has changed. We know that because the job market has changed, we know that a lot of people aren't making the same amount of money that they used to make. And before, the people that love to get political for the sake of getting political, I don't care if Trump or Harris is in office. I don't care if Porky Pig or Curious George is in office. I don't care if the Joker is in office. When you talk about real life and real things, it's all about the numbers at the end of the day, family. So let's just keep it real in that aspect. That's number one. Number two, I always say, look, the shift of the U.S. economy, it was slowly shifting in 2019. The pandemic intensified that shift of more jobs being automated, more jobs going overseas, and people not being able to work as many hours as they used to. People got the opportunity to enjoy working from home for a little bit, but that opportunity is slowly fading away even more so. I believe Amazon just announced that they want their people to return back to working in the office full time. So the culture of being able to at least work from home a couple of days a week, which I am a big proponent of, is slowly dying and deteriorating. And I know the main reasons behind it. It's all about money. It's not about control. Because if it was, obviously these corporations and government entities from the federal, local, and state were able to operate from a telework perspective during the shutdown. The world's back open. It's been fully back open now since 2022. And, you know, a lot of organizations are trying to go back to like the pandemic never happened. And you have a more and more of a culture of people who are like, yeah, I like being able to work from home. My quality of life has gone up. I've been saving money on not driving my car as much. I've been able to spend more time with my family, my pets. I'm able to get more rest. You know, I'm able to work out more, eat better, you know, because I have more time away from the office. And heck, most people, depending on what office you work in, it might be considered to be a toxic environment. But some of the employers don't care. And they're like, you know, we want you back in here like nothing ever happened. Like 2020 never happened. So, and that's why, and prayers go out to the folks in Florida. It's rough. God bless the Gulf Coast. I don't wish nothing bad on nobody. And I hope everybody gets through this with the Category 5 hurricane that they're enduring. You know, it's real, and just stay safe. If you can't evacuate, leave. You know, when they issue an evacuation, you know, that's all I got to say. But at the end of the day, just keeping it real. Culture is changing when it comes to the workforce. So a lot of people are seeing their wages stagnate. They see the cost of living go up. They're seeing that they have to go back to work full time more and more. More and more working people are going to be broke in the future, regardless who's in the White House. And it's because of the shift of the economy, number one. And this is just facts. This has nothing to do with politics. It's nothing to do with government, corporations. This is just the nature of the beast called the United States of America. More and more working people are going to be broke because more and more working people have not come to the conclusion that, hey, before I look good, before my car looks good, my bank account needs to look good. Hold on a second. My assets need to look good. On some realness. Okay? My bank account and my assets need to look better than I look, from my clothes to my car, hell, even to my house. If everything in my house looks old, but it's decent and it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's where we've been at, but that's definitely where we're at now, because unfortunately, a lot of people keeping up with the Joneses is sucking people dry. People that have, and these are the things that are sucking people dry. Because, I mean, hell, your average car payment in 2024 is considered to be between $600 and $1,000. Like, I can only imagine what people are paying for those ugly cyber vehicles or any other Tesla vehicles from a monthly perspective. And like I said, I'm just talking about your regular working people. More and more couples are going to be broke because more and more couples, whether they're married or not, as far as some regular working people, is because they don't have the mindset of, they don't have that mindset of financial lovemaking. And when I say financial lovemaking, it's a term I heard back in 2017 from Dr. Boyce Watkins, and I liked it because it's like, hey, financial lovemaking is people talking about their finances first before they start making babies. They're talking about their finances first before they decide to walk down the aisle. They're talking about finances and assets first, and this is after people fall in love. Okay, but they're talking about these things first because they're like, hey, if I'm going to have that connection with you, then I need to be able to say, hey, I got your back, you got my back, let's ride. Those old Western movies and whatnot, saddle up and on the horse. They took the money from the bank and they rode off into the sunset because they had each other's back. But unfortunately, a lot of people don't have that mindset because a lot of people have this, let me do all this crazy nonsense with you first. And obviously when we're younger, we don't know better, because obviously sometimes when you know better, you're supposed to do better. But a lot of times some people know better and they still don't do better. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, if you look into the perspective of financial lovemaking, hey, I got this, I bring this to the table, you bring this to the table. If we could get to connect together and whatnot, we can really do some things. Okay, we can love each other, we can console each other, we can buy some assets together, we can see the world together, we can really make some moves. But unfortunately, 9 times out of 10, especially in the Instagram era, everybody's just thinking about jumping each other's bones, which is the easiest thing to do. I mean, hell, we live in, like I said, for the most part, and I'm not an advocate of it, but it is what it is. For the most part, in the OnlyFans era, prostitution is darn near legal. So why lose sleep over this easiest thing that people do all the time, especially nowadays? The exchange of money and sex is becoming more blatant every freaking day. Whether it's on Instagram, OnlyFans, X, which used to be Twitter, maybe even Facebook. I'm not even knocking it because, hey, my mindset is this. If you're honest with what you want, it is what it is. That's why, and I say to a lot of ladies, and I look, I'm very respectful of females. I was raised by a single mother, me and my brother. Father passed away when I was 3. So I'm very respectful of females, I'll show love and things of that nature, but I never cross the line because I know we live in the slide in the DM era where men want to slide in and just, show you the picture of their private parts. I'll just keep it PG-13. And they letting you know what it is. And I know a lot of times I'll see on social media that females are ticked off and not understanding why men are so disrespectful, but I'm saying to myself, I'm not an advocate of men being disrespectful to women, but I am an advocate of honesty. And I think every female should appreciate, then block, but appreciate a guy that's letting you know what their actual intentions are, whether they're good or bad. Whether they're good or bad, lets you know what it is. So at least that's when you know you can hit the block button, cuss them out, whatever you do, and then block them. Because on some realness, let's just keep it real. You want to? I always say I respect the devil that's in front of me instead of the devil that's behind the curtain. You know what I'm saying? The devil in front of me is gonna know what it is. They're gonna let me know how they feel about the situation. I respect. Like I said, I respect grown-ups that just be blatant with who they are. That's why one thing I can say, because I got family in New York, in New Jersey, and Connecticut, they're probably the most honest people in the United States of America, because they're gonna tell you what it is straight up and down. If they mess with you, they mess with you. They're gonna cuss you out. They're gonna cuss you out. Folks down in the deep south do the same thing. If they rock with you, they cool. If they don't, they don't. That's why when David Banner says he loves white people from the South, because specifically Mississippi, because that's where he's from, he said because it's the most honest people that you're ever going to meet in your life. I vibe with honest folks. So ladies, just be happy, and even fellas, be happy when somebody's being honest with you what they want. Just be like, okay, cool. I want it or I don't want it. But either way, just be happy that they let you know who they were. Because 9 times out of 10, they're going to have those intentions, but they're going to pretend to be Mr. Nice Guy until they get what they want. And then when they get what they want, then they're going to go the hell off. It is what it is. Let's just keep it real. As my brother would say, because he's older than me, let's keep it a buck. If a man slides in your DMs and is talking about he just want to have sex with you and send you the pics of the private parts, just be happy that he's being honest with you, ladies. I'm not advocating, and I'm just keeping it real, because I don't do nothing like that. I mean, I'm not Mr. Perfect, but I am respectful at the end of the day. I got my flaws too. We're all flawed one way or the other. But if a man does that, just be happy that he lets you know who he is. It's like I said, that's the devil. The devil you know is better than the devil you don't know. Period. So, and that's the beautiful thing about the social media age, because remember, there was a time when men were more sneaky and cunning and conniving, and same thing with females, but they didn't have a platform like we do today to be able to let you know who they are. So that's why I'm not even mad at the women and men who are doing OnlyFans. Hey, they let you know what it is. They might be in a Facebook group or Instagram, whatever, and they're like, yeah, this is my, FaceTime shows cost this, meetups cost this, subscribe to my OnlyFans cost this. I won't respond unless you hit the Cash App or hit the OnlyFans and whatnot. Respect is respect. And you as a man or woman got to say, okay, either I'm going to ride with that or I'm not going to ride with that. It's that simple. Most of the time with life, unless we're talking about, the medical field or quantum physics or, aeronautical engineering, life is pretty freaking basic. Only, I'll be nice, special people make it complicated. Okay, only special people will make it complicated. So that's why I said this rant and this post is for, and then for basically, because I'm gonna title it, most couples are going to be broke in the future. Really, just because if you're not going to be honest with who you are and what you really want, and don't be mad. Okay, if something's not for you, then it ain't for you. Don't get mad at somebody because they tell you what it is. And that goes for the men and the women. I mean, I've had situations with, heck, even with friends and people and associates and coworkers, when somebody lets you know who they are, accept that and move on, whether it's for you or not. Just be real with it. And that's really it. And there was another post I saw today. This one individual, who will remain nameless, said, why is it so hard to have a conversation with somebody? So I usually don't comment on people's posts like that, but I was feeling a little saucy because I just left the gym. And I said, well, okay, you keep engaging with the I just want to smoke blunts, get drunk, and have sex crowd. So if that's the only kind of men that you are engaging with, I just want to get smoke blunts, get drunk, and have sex, then what the hell do you think that they're going to talk to you about? The weather? Your day? What do you want in the future? No, they want to get high, get drunk, have sex. That is what they want out of life. And it's up to you as a female or male to say, hey, this is what I want or this is what I don't want. But I think the beautiful thing about social media is you can go on somebody's profile, and for the most part, they're going to show you who they really are. But the problem is, a lot of times people are attracted to somebody, men and women. They are attracted to somebody so much that they will look past a person's flaws. And because everybody's flawed, I'm flawed. Everybody's flawed. The thing is, are you going to be able to accept the flaws of that individual? And that goes for men and women. Okay. But then don't get mad if and I'm just, this is my fake wannabe ghetto accent and whatnot. Hey girl, you know what it is. I'm just trying to slide through for for a little bit and try to give me a little something. And then I might holler at you later. But that's what I'm looking for, girl. But if that's the kind of man you keep attracting, then start talking to other men. And you might have to talk to the basic guys that just want to go to work and go home. That's cool. Or you might talk to the exceptional guys that are about their business, making moves out in the streets, working out there with their business, making investments and educating themselves, and that means you might have to broaden your perspective. I always say the people that you are surrounded by, those are the people that matter the most. So if you're around people that just talk about getting high, getting drunk, having sex, then that's what's going to be in your vocabulary, no matter what the situation may be. So, if you want better, you got to be around better. That's just the way. And then the thing, that's that crazy thing called knock on wood. The crazy thing is called you have to go outside of your comfort zone. So that means leave your hometown, leave your state, leave the country, get around different people. Stop being around the same basic minds if you want something better. This is simple stuff. This is the black and white part of life. Because if you're surrounded by the same people at your job, in your neighborhood, at wherever you're at and whatnot, you are going to remain like that. You will be basic, even though you don't want to be, but you will remain basic because you don't have the cojones to say, hey, I want to do something different with my life. I want to be around different people. I want to engage in different perspectives and conversations and whatnot. Heck, learn a different language, learn a different culture, whatever the case may be, get a different skill set. My buddy just got back from a trip. He hasn't been on a trip in almost 2 years, and he feels invigorated and whatnot. For me, going on a trip, it can be very therapeutic, But especially if you're in your hometown, I've been look, I'm from the DMV area. I don't seen the whole DMV area. When I'm here, I don't be worried about nothing that's happening in the DMV area because I've been there and done that. I don't need to see the White House and Congress and the Pentagon. Seen it 1,000 times, worked around these places. I'm good. I don't care who's in the White House, the governor's house, the mayor's house, because I grew up around this stuff. It's like if somebody's from LA. They grew up around Hollywood celebrities. It ain't no thing. San Francisco, they're around the tech industry. New York City, celebrities, Broadway, the stock market. Same thing in Atlanta, celebrities. Ain't no thing. So get outside of your comfort zone at the end of the day if you want to do better in this life, all right? You want to be able to be around people that can hold a conversation. Well, see if that person can engage in a freaking, which I like to call an adult conversation. Because if not, tell them keep moving, keep stepping. So that's it. On that note, do the great thiefy things. Like, share, and subscribe. Have a great evening. As I always say, make money moves or you're going to live broke like a fool. Don't forget to check out my YouTube page, Larry's Anything Goes LLC. Subscribe. It's free. Take care. I'm out.